Hey everyone, Jake here. This is my 1,000 round review for the Babolat Pure Drive for 2025. Today I will go over the power, spin, control, comfort, and price of this racket. My goal is to help other people find a racket that best suits them. I myself went through a phase of trying dozens and dozens of rackets and hurting my arm in the process, so I just wanted to try to help people avoid that as well. The structure I followed to test these rackets is hitting at least 1,000 tennis balls, 150 forehand cross court, 150 backhand cross court, 150 down the line forehand, and 150 down the line backhand, 50 volleys forehand, 50 volleys backhand, 50 serves deuce side, and 50 serves ad side, 50 slices forehand, 50 slices backhand, 50 lobs forehand, and 50 lobs backhand. Why I do this is for two reasons. One, to test the fatigue level of the racket. How does my arm feel after hitting at least 1,000 tennis balls? And number two, to get over the hump of using a racket I'm not used to. All right, well, let's get into the specs of this Babolat Pure Drive for 2025. The unstrung weight is 10.6 ounces. It is 7 points head light. The head size is 100 square inches. The string pattern is 16 by 19, and the recommended tension is 46 to 55 pounds. Number one, power. The power from this Babolat Pure Drive is really good. Very similar to the Pure Drive Team, which I reviewed earlier, but that is a lighter racket. This one's a heavier racket. Ground strokes, forehand and backhand felt really, really good. A lot of power in this racket to the point where I didn't have to do too much to it. The racket kind of did the work for me, but I didn't sacrifice swing speed either. Like I was swinging at my normal pace and the power was working really, really good. Number two, spin. The spin from this racket is surprisingly good. Not as good as say like the Pure Aero 98, but still pretty good where it was generating spin without me having to try a whole lot in adding spin. This racket was able to do a little bit of both, where spin was naturally there, but I could still hit flatter shots if I wanted to. When it came to serves, this wasn't my favorite racket to serve with. You could do kick serves or flathead serves. It performed well in both. Sure, it could generate spin, but it just wasn't clicking for some reason with my serve. I actually preferred to serve with the Gravity MP, and I reviewed this guy recently, and serving with this guy felt really, really, really good. This Pure Drive, it was okay. All right. Number three, control. Control with this racket is okay. There was a little bit of that trampoline effect, not too much, but I could tell though with some of my shots that I was sacrificing control for a little bit more power. So control is okay. It's not the best, but it's there for sure. Oh yeah. Number four, comfort. Now the comfort from this racket, especially with the amount of power that it has, is really good. Not as good as the Team version of this racket. That racket is really, really soft. But this racket is really soft for what it is. I could tell with the slices and the lobs that it was really soft on my arm. The volleys too, pretty soft on the arm. Stability was lacking a little bit on the volleys, but not to the point where it was unbearable. But yeah, after the hitting session, my arm felt pretty good, and I actually played tennis the night before as well. So yeah, comfort overall is really, really good in this racket. I don't hit drop shots that often, but this racket, I feel like it can. Whew. All right, number five, price. The price of this racket is currently at $260. This is a brand new racket for 2025. And according to Google, the average price for a decent racket nowadays is about 200 bucks. So if you're at 200 bucks or below, you're looking at a pretty good deal. If you're at 200 bucks and above, that's a little bit more pricey. But the power, spin, and comfort, I think, are the shining features of this racket. So if you are an aggressive player that wants more power out of the racket, but you don't want to break your arm, this guy's a really good choice for you. So I would suggest this to intermediate players. Control is lacking just a little bit, stability as well, and there's a slight trampoline effect. But if you're looking for more power and the comfort factor, this racket is for you. Let me know in the comments what racket you want me to review next, and I'll catch you next time. All right, call it there. Oh, long.